Hello students, lecture 98. In this video lecture, we will take two important questions based on Eco chapter 3, that is money and credit. First question is, cheap and affordable credit is important for country's development, justify. And second question is, explain the typical self-help group for the poor in terms of economic and non-economic activities. So the first question is, cheap and affordable credit is important for national development, justify. Cheap and affordable credit goes to the informal credit is costly and formal credit. Informal credit is which is managed privately, and in comparison to it, formal credit which is managed or under the control of government. So informal credit is costly in terms of rate of interest. In certain cases, the high rate of interest puts the borrower into a debt trap, as it is not possible for the borrower to repay easily due to high amount of interest. Sometimes the interest amount gets more than the principal amount. So by keeping this view in mind, the government must help the borrower, especially the small borrowers, the cheap and affordable credit, so that the condition or the problem of debt trap may be avoided. Second thing, cheap and affordable credit would lead to higher incomes, because here rate of interest is low and many people could then borrow cheaply for a variety of needs, as farmers could grow more crops, other people may set up small business, and some people may set up small scale industries. It will help in providing employment, as well as the poor people may be in a state of earning more and more money. So it would help the poor in development, and of course an individual's development is the national development. Since there are no rules and regulations in case of informal credit, and leads to many illegal practices or the cases. So to avoid these situations, government must control informal credit by making provisions of formal credit more and more in rural areas, and it will help the poor, because most of the poor are in rural areas, as in case of farmers, landless farmers, tenants, or other crop share farmers, etc. So this is how the cheap and affordable credit is important for national development. Next is the typical self-help group for the poor in terms of economic and non-economic activities. A typical self-help group has 15 to 20 members, usually belonging to one neighborhood, who meet and save regularly. Saving per member varies from rupees 25 to 100 or more, depending on the saving ability of the members in the group. Second thing about self-help group is, group members can take small amount of loans from the group itself to meet their domestic needs. The group charges rate of interest on these loans, but it is still less than the informal credit loans or so, and it also removes or avoids the requirement of collateral that is guarantee. And in most of the cases with the poor, this problem of collateral, that's why they fail to obtain the formal credit or the loan from banks. Third thing about self-help group is, after a year or two, if the group's saving is regular, if the group members are saving regularly, so it becomes eligible from the bank to take loans, because they maintain their account in a bank. So bank also monitors their regular saving activities, and then bank also provide them loan if the group members need, and from bank large amount of money also can be taken, and on it is still less, at less rate of interest compared to informal credit. Small loans are provided to the members for releasing mortgage lands, the land which they have mortgaged earlier due to one or the other activities, for meeting their working capital needs like buying seeds, fertilizers, raw material for small scale industry or for handicraft, etc., and for other housing materials like sewing machine, hand looms, cattle, mulching cattle, or for any other activity cattle can be purchased. So this is how the self-help group helps the poor people in their economic activities. Other than this, some non-economic activities are also carried forward, and they are: the group members solve the problem of other members in case of education of their children, malnutrition cases, domestic violence, etc. So this is the non-economic activities. In this, although money is not involved, but once a group is formed, then group members mutually help each other in all these cases. And since self-help groups are the building blocks of the poor, especially the women, so they extend their support to any political party as a vote bank, and many political parties are assisting such self-help groups. So that's all for this video, and from this chapter as well. So I hope it will help you some. Keep on reading, listening, watching. Thank you very much.